welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy, and for today's tips and tricks video we are looking at the 3D embossing folder plate. Now this is a must-have in your toolkit if you like embossing with the embossing folders that Stampin' Up produce. Let me bring in the annual catalogue and I'll just show you. These are all the embossing folders that are current at the moment. Now you can see that they're 3D. Now to use the 3D embossing folders, you really do need this tool, otherwise you are going to be placing different amounts of cardstock inside as your shim to be able to get the right tension with the embossing folder. Now these are all the ones available, and if you're buying them now they are all 3D, but if you have some that are older, except for these ones here, they're not 3D I should say. If you're buying one, if you've got ones that are a little bit older than are not 3D, this doesn't apply to you, but for the new 3D folders you're going to need this plate. And you can find the plate in the mini catalogue that's available now, page 11. Here in Australia it's $17.50, so it's a really not a badly priced tool to have, and I tell you what, this will save a lot of your time by trying to work out how many bits of paper you need as a shim. So let me show you how it works. I have just a couple of folders here that are 3D, because I do have some of the ones that aren't 3D, some of the older ones. So I have the bricks and mortar, the coastal weave and the mosaics. So let me bring in the big shot and we'll show you how the sandwich goes together. So we don't need our two cutting plates, we can pop them aside. I've got the older platform, but we're going to leave it on our embossing platform here. Let me bring in the embossing plate folder. So this is different to our normal cutting plate. It is thicker than one cutting plate, but it's thinner than the two together, if that makes sense. So I don't know how well you can see that. It's definitely thicker than the normal cutting mat, but smaller than the two together. These two together, that's too much. So this is a really great tool to have. So I'm going to start with the coastal weave. Let's pop a little bit of cardstock in. We always put the seam of our embossing folder in first. So we have our platform, our embossing folder, and then I'm going to use that embossing plate. So let's run that one through. Perfect every time. So there's that one. Let's have a look at the mosaic. So once again, another 3D folder. I'm going to pop the spine in first. Embossing folder over the top, embossing plate, sorry, over the top, and run that one through. There we have that one. They create the most gorgeous embossing on it. So let me just show you, let's use this one again, the same one that we've just used, the mosaic, without this plate. Let me show you how hard it is to get a good image. So I've got another bit of cardstock, I'm just going to pop that one in. Now we'd normally have, you know, you could try with the two. We know it's going to be too thick. Run that through so it doesn't go. So we know that only one plate's going to work, but we also need more because that's not going to work at all. It's not even touching anything. So normally what we've got to do with the 3D folders is have some paper as our shim. So I do have, you know, a bit of a stock before I purchased this embossing plate, and it's just cardstock. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 pieces there. I'm going to place that on top and run that through. Yeah, that worked, but it's not as good. Maybe if we done maybe 2 more pieces. That's the same consistency. But I will tell you, each fold is different, so you will be mucking around with different levels of shims. So save yourself the trouble and purchase this one. You will not be sorry. I know Stampin' Up! Will be bringing out the 3D embossing folders a lot more now, so it's going to be a great tool to keep in your stash. I hope this video has helped. It's something that I sort of put off purchasing for quite a while. I'm glad that I've got it now. I just wish that I purchased it a little bit earlier. Could have saved a lot of time, and especially in my videos where I was trying to sort of hide all the shims that I was using. Now I don't have to hide it with this plate. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this tips video, could you please leave a comment and leave me a thumbs up? I would really appreciate it. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, you could do that as well. That would really help me out. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.